8:53 here, Big 550 KTRS. One of our good friends of the show is Charles D'Angelo. He is a weight loss coach. He's been my weight loss coach. And every time I follow his program, I lose weight. I exercise right and I eat right, thanks to Charles D'Angelo.
And think properly.
And think properly. That is correct. There's a story, Kelly Jackson, that's gaining some national attention here in St. Louis. Quickly fill people in on what the story is.
Yes. A woman went to a Cardinals game, and apparently a person who was sitting behind her is the owner of a fitness club here, and he fat-shamed her. He posted it on Facebook, and she responded. We found out.
But the story is that this guy is a fitness guy.
He's a fitness guy.
And was making fun of this heavy-set person at a Cardinal game.
But he did not know her story.
Right.
And he was bold enough to put her photos of her on his Facebook page, not knowing.
From the Cardinals game.
Yeah, from the Cardinals game. And not knowing really what she was all about.
And then made fun of her or picked on her.
From what I understand, my understanding, and I don't know the gentleman that's mentioned in the story, nor do I know this woman. I do want to say that if she's out there listening, or if anyone knows her name's Beverly, I know her first name at least. I think her last name is Cutslip, if I remember from the story correctly. If she's listening or our friend is, I'd be happy to take her on. But from what I have read, it said that she's lost a significant amount of weight so far. I don't know if that's true or not, because there's some reports that have come out since.
It doesn't matter her side of the story.
The point is that I was 360 pounds. I cannot stand the idea, the notion that someone has the audacity who has never been in the position of being I was in an alcoholic environment. My mom was a substance abuser. My father was overweight, and all of his family was overweight. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the understanding of what was necessary to change. So early on, as a teenager, I embraced some very poor habits. Fortunately, through God's grace and through a lot of help divinely, the right people came in my life, the right opportunities, and I was able to reverse those habits quite quickly. And by the time I was 18, 19 years old, I had lost 160 pounds. I committed my life to serving other people, helping to correct the things that almost cost me my life. To see someone that is at a public event, like a sporting event, I have been more places than I can count with my girlfriend and with friends, and I see someone who I would love to reach out to because I know how great life can be when you really reclaim your health from your habits. But there's an appropriate way and an inappropriate way to do so. First off, there has to be an ask on that person's part. Now, if it's a minor, if there's a young person I see,
you're saying the person who wants to lose weight has to come to you and say, "I want to change."
Has to invite you,
right? Whether it's food or alcohol or drugs or anything
type of interventionary technique needs to be asked for, in my opinion, to have a lasting result. Now, can you force a person to change? Certainly. Is that ethical or is that even moral? In my opinion, no. And that's my opinion. I would say that when you're looking at creating change in a person's life, you have to ask yourself, you have to come to a place of understanding, because if you can't influence that person's understanding of the world, the way that they're reacting is to protect themselves in many cases. A person that weighs over 400 pounds is not doing it because they just get so much satisfaction out of a pretzel or nachos. And to think that is called naivety. Either there's one of three things operating here. Either this gentleman did it out of ignorance, out of malice, or out of naivety. Either he's ignorant to the idea of what it means to be morbidly overweight.
But it's one thing if this guy is some type of health guy. From what I understand, he's in the health and weight loss business
and fitness industry. And when I read his responses, it seems to me that his belief is that our society is okaying obesity, that we're making it widely acceptable to be that way. Now, I'm all about hating obesity, but there's a difference between hatred of obesity and hatred of the human.
Right.
Because here's the thing. You can hate a behavior like a child. You might hate what they're doing, but you never look to your child and you say, "I hate you." You say, "I hate what you're doing, but I love you more than the world." That's my approach when I help people. When a person comes to me, often when I hear their stories, and I hear, because I go about what I do from the mindset approach, so more of a therapeutic angle. I help come to understand their stories. And when you hear what drives a person to get to be 400, 500 pounds, the pain that they have had to suffer through, and they survived it. Their only mechanism that they knew how to use was food. And all I have to help them do is replace those poor habits with good ones to meet those same needs. That woman was obviously, maybe she was rewarding herself. Maybe we can suppose anything,
but the point is though is that this guy in the fitness industry is going online making fun of a stranger, right? Because he is clearly superior to her and or bullying her in a sense online.
It's like one of those, why don't you snap out of it and just lose weight?
Yeah, why can't you just eat right? Why can't you just eat right?
But we're short on time. The point is, Charles, is that there is help out there.
No one has the right to bully anyone.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
If you have the audacity to do that, you don't deserve to have the licensure to do anything to help someone. That's inappropriate. And I would, if it was me and I made a misstep and I did something like that, I would apologize. I'd say I certainly didn't mean to hurt anybody.
Charles D'Angelo, what is your phone number? How can people help? How do you help people lose weight? What's the number?
If people are really ready to change their mindset, call 314-495-3228, or you can contact me at my website, charlesdangelo.com. And Beverly, if you're out there, I'd be happy to help.
The book is Think and Grow Thin, too, online.
Absolutely.
9 o'clock, KTRS St. Louis.